Well, today does mark the start of the 2020 legislative session. ABC4's Glenn Mills is live at the state capitol where he's speaking with lawmakers about the future of the tax reform bill. Glenn.
Every single one.
Yeah, that's right. A lot is going to be going on over the next 45 days. We're going to go ahead and call Senator Weiler's attention over this way now. Hey, gentlemen, a lot going to be going on the next couple of weeks. Appreciate your time joining us here today. But let's start with the first item for business, which is going to be to repeal the tax reform bill. Not too long ago, we had a panel discussion, the three of us, and we didn't think it would be possible for that referendum to make the ballot. So first off, your response on them getting the signatures that they needed to get to this point today.
Let me just say, I'll eat the crow, bravo. It was a Herculean effort. The people have spoken. We're listening. We're going to repeal the bill. I do think that the Harmons and everything breathed new life into it, but a lot of people worked really hard, and I think they're entitled to all the congratulations and all the victory laps that they want to take.
Representative King.
No, I think it was inspiring, actually. I mean, when you look at the time frame over which they had to gather these signatures, over 100,000 signatures in the middle of winter, over the Christmas holiday and the New Year's holiday, that was pretty amazing. I think it says something for the people of the state of Utah.
Okay, I should mention that legislative leadership was saying we're probably looking at this coming up tomorrow and getting done. What happens after that? Where do you see this going?
Well, I think we're going to try to find some ways to get through the structural imbalance for this year, but I think the next governor, whoever that is, he or she, is going to inherit a huge budgetary problem, and they're going to have to get on it really fast. So,
where do you see this going?
I don't see anything happening in this session to address that again. I mean, we've taken 2 bites at that apple in the last year, and it hasn't turned out well. So I think that there's going to be a breather until, as the senator says, we're going to see the new governor in 2021, and there will have to be some action taken.
All right, abortion will be a hot topic again this year. We're looking at a bill sponsored by Senator Dan McCay to virtually ban abortion. We know we had the 18-week abortion ban passed last year. It's now in the courts. Is that the direction you would like to see things move forward from here?
well, you know, I'm pro-life, and we have a new Supreme Court. When I say new, it's different than what we had last time. I think it was the Casey versus Ferguson case. Got up there in 1992 or so. So I understand this attempt for legislatures to try to key up an issue for a new Supreme Court ruling, but I don't know that Utah has to do this every single year. And it seems like that's what we've devolved into, is every year we have a major abortion bill. And you know, I don't know that we have to prove that we're pro-life every session.
Is that the direction we need to head, in your opinion?
Well, I think there's no question that this is an issue that drives people to their corners. It's an issue, I think, that sometimes people are talking about because they want to stir up their base. It's not productive to talk about this in black and white terms. The fact is, there's a lot of common ground that we can reach on this. We can talk about providing better education to our children about sexually transmitted infections. We can talk about making available contraceptions more. We can talk about the need to educate our kids about having more mature decisions made about what happens when you enter into a sexual relationship. There are a lot of ways that we can address this that doesn't involve necessarily more strict controls on women's choices.
All right, something we'll be watching throughout the legislative session. Let's move on to one of your bills you're going to bring up again, is the duty to call in the event of an emergency. What is that all about?
Well, in the past, what we've said is when people are aware, they have personal knowledge that somebody is having serious bodily injury inflicted from an accident or an emergency, and they have the capacity using their cell phone to call 911, that if they don't call 911, that's a crime. That's passed House committees twice, but failed on the House floor in 2 previous years. This year, I'm saying, look, we're going to really tighten this down. The only way that could be charged, a person could be charged with a crime under those circumstances, is if they act in willful indifference to a situation involving an accident or an emergency that's inflicting serious bodily injury. So it's very narrow, it's very focused, and it addresses only callous indifference.
Senator Weiler, your thoughts on duty to call in the event of an emergency?
He loves this.
So does it apply to intentional acts? Or just negligence?
No, it would have to be, no, it would not apply to negligence.
So my concern is the same as I've expressed in previous years, and that is, let's say you witness a gang attack, and you fear for your safety. If you rat out this gang, that they're going to come and harm you and your family, and now we're going to make that illegal for you to say, I don't want to get involved in this. And so I do have some concerns about it.
It's
So
a fair
address
point.
that point then.
Well, the bill addresses it by saying, if you fear for your personal safety, it doesn't apply. The only way it applies is if you are willfully indifferent, if you have the ability to make the call, if you know that there's serious bodily injury, and you fail to do it in a willful, indifferent way.
Is that hard to get into someone's mind to determine what their intent is, though, at the time?
I think it opens up a can of worms. So.
It's going to call on prosecutors to use good discretion.
Okay.
But if you have language that really makes it apply in very narrow circumstances, for example, these kids down in Florida were watching a disabled individual literally drown in a pond, and they pulled their cameras out and they filmed it and were mocking this disabled individual, and he died. That's the kind of situation we're looking at.
Okay, you brought that up a couple of years. We'll see how it goes again this year. Gentlemen, thanks for having me. Senator Todd Weiler and State Representative Brian Keane, great to always have you and to get your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.